My name is Dan Dorval, and I'm President and CEO of Dorval and Cherney Financial Advisors. I am an independent certified financial planner and author of my book, Financial Success for the Rest of Us, Reality-Based Financial Planning for Mainstream America.
Hi, my name is Leah Woodley. I'm an associate financial advisor with Dorval and Cherney Financial Advisors. Our conversations discuss what it means to do quality of life planning in all areas of your life. Dan, it's that time again. We get to honor another Quality of Life Nurse Award recipient. Why don't you tell me about her?
Well, this month's winner is Samantha Benson from North Memorial Healthcare right here in Minneapolis. She was nominated by one of her peers, and she is in the intensive care unit. So she deals with really sick people all the time. And the nomination was she apparently does an incredible job with her patients. She makes life easier for her coworkers. And so we are very excited to have her receive our Quality of Life Nurse Award for December.
Sounds good. Let's bring her on. Samantha,
Hi, how are you?
good. How are you?
Good. Good.
Well,
I'm
Samantha, we are honoring you with our December Quality of Life Nurse Award. Uh, Congratulations. You were nominated by Natalie Kohanek.
yeah, oh my gosh, she's wonderful. I was so surprised. I was not expecting this at all.
Well, and Leah was just telling me that when she contacted you, which it's completely out of the blue, that
Yeah.
you thought it was a scam right away.
Yeah, I was getting like a weird phone call from like Maine or Pennsylvania, and I'm like, I don't know anybody up there. And then I'm just like, what the heck? Like, it's a number I don't recognize. Like, what is going on?
So Leah's in
Yeah.
Maryland,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
I'm in Maple Grove. So
Okay.
I've helped lots and lots of North Memorial nurses, but you were nominated. We selected you. It comes with a $500 cash award. We will send that out to you for our December award, which will be coming here in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
And so we do this interview just to get your take on a few things, but
Okay.
why don't you tell our viewers basically a little bit about your background? It sounds like you're in the intensive care unit. You work with very sick people.
Hmm.
Why don't you just describe some of your background and some of the reasons why you think you won this award?
Oh my goodness. Well, I've been kind of in the healthcare sphere since I've been 19. So I've been in for almost 10 years. Originally didn't want anything to do with healthcare. I'm gonna just be the first person to say that. My sister kind of got me in. I was working like retail and stuff when I was in high school, and then I had to have money to pay for school. And she was a CNA and she was making more than me. My little sister is making more money than me. Like, what the heck? Like, maybe I should get in on like this healthcare CNA gig. So, um, I kind of I took a class. I was working as a CNA for a couple of years and stuff, and I ended up falling in love with it. Like, just hanging out with my residents and getting to know them. And I don't know, I really enjoyed it. And I'm like, okay, like I think I want to be a nurse for the rest of my life. I don't know why, but I do. And I was kind of also resistant to it initially, just because I have a few family members who also work in healthcare, like few crazy nurses in my family. I love them to death, but like, sometimes the dinner conversations get a little weird, and I'm just like, what the heck? Like, what? Like, you guys did what today? Like, what happened? Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, like that's just insane to me. Like, I could never picture myself doing that. And then lo and behold, here I am. So, worked as a CNA for gosh, like 5 years before I became a nurse. I started my my first like nursing job. I was on like a trauma surgical care like step down unit when I was in Florida for a few years, and then critical care was something that always kind of interested me. So we moved back to the Minneapolis area, and I started in the intensive care unit. So, and I'm really enjoying it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so, obviously you're taking care of very sick people. It's not it's a challenging thing for any nurse that's out
Yeah.
there. Why don't you just talk, because nurses tend to watch this type of thing. Why don't you just talk about, maybe some of the things you're dealing with every day, and what you do to go above and beyond. Natalie described how you make sure that people are well taken care of, and the things you go above and beyond to make them comfortable in that setting when they're going through some of the most difficult times of their lives.
One thing that I really like to do is I try and take like a big look at my patient. Like, they're normally not in the hospital. They're normally not like attached to all these wires, all of our monitors, all of our things. Like, it's a scary environment. And I think acknowledging, like, hey, yeah, this is a weird, scary environment. And it's okay to be scared. It's okay to be overwhelmed and stuff. We'll talk you through it. I think that's one of the things that kind of helps me like understand what they're going through, and then also just kind of realize like different things that I could do to help make them more comfortable. Um, a lot of our patients are stuck in bed for days, and like, acknowledging like, hey, yeah, this sucks. Like, I'm sorry we're in this position, but like, think, hey, let's try to get moving. Let's try and sit up today. Let's try and have a good day. And then also, taking what they have to say, like really listen to them too. Just because a lot of times too, people just want somebody to listen to them. I know when I'm having a crummy day, like I'll talk to my husband about things, and that will normally help me out. So just taking what they have to say seriously. So
Well, we
yeah.
appreciate that because, nurses are inherently caregivers. And a lot of times, that's part of the reason that we recognize you for improving other people's quality of life, is that idea that these people you're dealing with are not at a good place in their life in most
No,
cases.
they are not. They are not. They are usually like having one of the worst days of their life. Like, so.
And to be able to give them even a little sense of peace, or put them at ease, or
Mhm.
put their favorite channel on TV, or whatever it happens
Yeah.
to be. I mean, anything you can do to do that, we want to honor that. So we very much appreciate you. And you can you describe a little bit? Were you at North Memorial during COVID?
I was not. I was in Florida during COVID. So,
How would you describe for nurses, like, that change in the world you're in from kind of COVID world until now? Have you seen
yeah.
a big transition? We hear from nurses all the time that was a major change just in how health systems operate, how healthcare works. Why don't you
Yeah.
talk about your experience a little bit?
Yeah. So when COVID first broke out and stuff, I was actually working in a nursing home up in North Dakota. And as we know, working in that sphere with like such a vulnerable population, it was very difficult just because normally we would be able to have like family members like come in and really sit with like the residents and stuff and help calm them down and hang out with them, and they'd have so much more interaction. With COVID, we had to shift from all of that, which it was very, very rough. Like we couldn't bring out like any of our residents to like interact with one another. And as we know, like interaction is so important, especially like when you feel super isolated and stuff. So from that sphere of things, like everybody I just felt like was so isolated. And we were like really the only ones that were able to go in and like assist our residents, assist our patients. Like sometimes we'd be the only ones that they'd see like for days, unfortunately. So coming back and with the COVID numbers and stuff going down, what's been really nice is we've been able to like allow family members and stuff back in, and really interact and stuff with like our patients, and with our interact with us too. So like I feel like patient care has definitely like improved again, which is awesome. And I feel like our patients are definitely like in a much better like headspace, and getting they feel like they're more involved and more like cared for almost because, you know, they have like their family and friends being able to come in. So
That's
yeah,
awesome. I'm glad to see that things are on the up and up again now.
yeah, trying to. So
Right.
yeah.
One thing we like to ask is, what advice would you give to other nurses who are trying to improve the quality of life of their patients or just other people in general?
I think just really try taking the time to like listen to your patients and putting yourself in their shoes and realizing like, okay, this is what I would enjoy. Yeah, no, it is cold in the hospital. I would love an extra warm blanket. You know, I would love having like a nice new movie on every couple hours. I would love listening to different music and stuff too. And I think those are the things that really kind of help out. And um, you know, if they ask you like, hey, can you call my family member? Like give them an update for me. Like taking the time to like go through that with them and being like, okay, yep, I'll call them around this time after the doctor rounds and just kind of help them out with that too. So
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying just put yourself in their shoes and treat
exactly.
them how you want to be treated.
Oh, completely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
Well, thank you so much. Congratulations
thanks.
again.
I was so surprised. I was so surprised.
We
Yeah,
are honored
Well,
to be able to recognize you.
thanks. I'm like, I
and
don't even know what to say.
one thing that I